Hi, everyone. Welcome to IEP Basics, part three of our four-part series. A little bit about the voice you hear in the background. My name is Christine Vaccaro, and I am a family navigator here with St. Louis ARC. I bring with me 10 years of professional experience and 20 years of personal experience in obtaining and maintaining successful IEPs. Part three of our series is going to focus on what to do when the IEP isn't working. So you've gone through the evaluation, you've put an IEP in place, you've given it some time to work, but you need to still maybe change some things around, or you don't feel like your child's being supported as much as you thought they would be. So when the IEP isn't working, there's some steps you do need to follow to kind of amend things. So the first thing you're going to do is request a meeting in writing. You're going to email the case manager, who is the special education person in charge of your child's IEP, the counselor, the teacher, and the principal. This is a sample letter you can use to email the school, the date, again, teacher's name, your name, who you're sending it to, and you're going to request an IEP review meeting. In there, you want to discuss some changes that you want to make and state the concerns that you have and the reason why you want to make the changes. Not detailed, keep it simple and to the point. And if you want any other specialists or any other staff, maybe a para, if your child has one to attend, add that in there who you think would have insight and input to your child's needs. Give them some times that you can meet, a range of dates and times, so they can kind of get the team together, and then a way for them to contact you. This has your daytime telephone number in the letter. I probably would just have them return an email with some dates and times so you can keep that documentation going back and forth. So now that you've requested the meeting, you've come together and determined a time that's appropriate for the whole team. You want to attend the meeting, bring your team with you, again, whoever is appropriate that knows the needs of your child. And you're going to hopefully make some changes to the IEP, maybe goals and accommodations. This is a sample of some questions to ask at your IEP meeting. If you're worried about progress, provide some specific examples of progress you think your child has or hasn't made, and ask school to provide that. Ask what metrics they're using to measure that progress. Is it the same method as the previous year if you've had the IEP for a while? If there are changes, what changed and why? How frequently is your child's progress being monitored and reported? So what days are they taking data for these goals? And what happens if your child doesn't meet their goals? How long does school plan to wait to see progress before reconvening and adjusting the IEP? Evaluations, you can ask them to explain them in simpler terms. Go over again what areas were evaluated. Maybe there was an area that should have been evaluated that wasn't. This is a great time to bring that up and see if we can get that done. How do the evaluations kind of tailor the goals and services for the IEP? And discuss any discrepancies between the evaluation and previous evaluations if you have those, or if you've sought an independent evaluation. Compare them all and see if there's maybe a particular evaluation that has vastly different scores. You could talk about supports and services, what your child's receiving, what's implemented in the classroom, the effectiveness of the supports, and make sure you have a great communication between home and school to make sure that both sides understand all the supports being given. Okay, so after that, you hopefully have made some changes. They're going to implement that new IEP within just a day or so. Give those changes time to show they are working or not. I would say at least 30 days to really have time for things to change and for your child to get used to any new goals or accommodations. Say you've done all that and your child is still struggling, don't be afraid to request another meeting. As a parent, and part of the IEP team, you have a right to request a meeting as many times as needed to make sure your child is provided the correct supports. Okay, that concludes section 3 of the 4-part series. If you would like copies of the handouts I pulled up, shoot us an email over at handoutrequest@slark.org. Or if you would like help from a family navigator on maybe how to fill those things out or support during a meeting, you can contact us through slark.org, our main website, about us, and then contact us. Fill that short little form out, and our intake specialist will get with you and get you assigned to a navigator to help you with the whole IEP process.